Henok Goitom here from DADA Tax Service. Today I will discuss the tax changes for 2019 and I will go through the following 7 changes and see how it will impact your refunds or the tax that you may owe. Number 1, it's about the health insurance penalty. Per last year's rule, if you don't have health insurance, you will be penalized 695 or 2% of your income. This year, if you don't have health insurance, there will be no penalty. However, this doesn't mean you don't need health insurance. This is only when it comes to tax implications. So you gotta make sure to have one for your medical needs. Number 2, it's about medical expense limit. Per last year's rule, you would be able to use medical expense if it is more than 7.5% of your income. This year, the limit has been bumped up to 10%. I'm going to show you how this works on the next page, but the point here is you will not be able to claim deductions for all your medical expense. Let's say you have a total income of 50,000 for a year. So based on the 10% limit, you can only use your medical expense if it is over 5,000. So if you have medical expense of 6,000, then you will be eligible to claim 1,000 deductions. Based on 7.5% limit from last year, you will be able to use 2,250 of your medical expense. I will repeat one more time. If you have a total income of 50,000 and a medical expense of 6,000, then this year you can only claim deductions of your medical expense 1,000. And that certainly doesn't sound great. Number 3, it's about the standard deductions. As you may recall from Trump's tax codes last year, the standard deduction was doubled. This year, as you can see from here, there is a slight increase, and this is just for inflation adjustments. So for single, it's going to be 12,200, married 24,400, head of household 18,350. So before you decide whether to itemize or take a standard deduction, make sure your itemized expense exceeds the standard deduction. Number 4, it's about the alimony effect. First of all, it's important to understand the difference between alimony and child support. Child support is payment made to custodial parents, but alimony is a payment decided by a court on a divorce case. So if the court decides one of the spouses to pay, the paying spouse was able to claim deductions for the amount of money he paid, and the receiving spouse was paying tax on the money received. But this year, the paying spouse will not be claiming deductions, and the receiving spouse will not be paying taxes, so there will be no effect on alimony. Number 5, it's about the tax brackets, and the tax brackets has been adjusted for inflation. As you can see from the table, it seems confusing, but I will explain it with an example. First of all, there is no change on the tax brackets. They are still 7, from 10% to 37%. The inflation adjustment was done on the income threshold. So in order to determine which tax brackets applies to you, you need to know 2 things. First, what is your status? Single, married, or head of household? And how much you make? How much is your total income? Let's see an example here. For a person with a single status and total income of 9,625, based on last year's rule, he would be paying for the first 9,525 10%, and the next 100 he would be paying 12%. This year, for a person with a total income of 9,625, since the income threshold has been bumped up for inflation adjustments, he would be paying only 10%. And with that, we will definitely see a change in our tax brackets that we have paid for the year. The qualified business income deduction, which is also referred as Section 199A, this was enacted in Trump's tax rule last year, and it says a business can qualify up to 20% deductions. So if a business has 100,000 income and qualifies for this deduction, then the taxable income would be only 8,000. The businesses that qualify here are proprietorships or self-employed people. It could be an accountant, a handyman, a hairdresser, it could be any business. And other business structures that qualify here are partnerships, LLCs, S corporations, and some trusts and estates. But C corporations will not qualify for this deduction. Here there are some limitations that apply. And there are other factors as well that should be taken in consideration. For example, a single status businessman or businesswoman who has over 106,000 income will not qualify for this deduction. So generally, it's advantageous to have a business, not just for this QBI deduction, but also to claim expenses that you will not be able to claim as a WT employee. Finally, it's about the retirement accounts and the HSA account. The retirement accounts, the 401k and the IRA, they were both bumped up by 500, in which the limit is going to be 19,000 and 6,000 for 401k and IRA respectively. I always advise my clients to make the most out of this depending on their liquidity, depending on their cash flow, and they make a lot of savings in taxes. But this video is not for professional advice. This is only for information and educational purposes. So you gotta make sure to discuss with your financial advisor on how to maximize your savings on your taxes. And finally, it's about the HSA account. HSA is a health saving account. Given what we have discussed in topic number 2, it's always advantageous to make the most out of this as well. And this limit has been bumped up by 50 and 100 for individuals and families respectively. So the limit for 2019 is going to be 3,500 and 7,000 for individuals and families. Alright, I hope you find the video helpful. And for more information and the process on how we do taxes, visit the website. And if you want to do your taxes with us and or you have any questions, please reach out at these emails. My phone number is also over here. And you can follow me on social media on Facebook and Instagram at DADA Tax Service. Before I let you go, I would like to inform you that DADA Tax Services, we do taxes for all states. And you can complete your taxes from your cell phone, including signing your returns, meaning we have electronic signing services. And to discuss your taxes and consult you on the actions you need to make for subsequent years, we will do Zoom or TeamViewer by appointments. So, like I said, you can pretty much complete everything from your cell phone. For more information, visit my website, and I'll be very happy to help you. It's Henok Goitom once again from DADA Tax Service. Thank you.